Hey, thank you so much for taking time to check out this video, whether we are old friends, maybe we are new friends, or maybe we haven't even had a chance to connect very well just yet. But my name is Caitlin, and I just thought it would be important to share a little bit about my background and how I started this whole journey of becoming a coach. So when I first started, I had just graduated hygiene school, and I wasn't looking for anything else to add to my plate by any means. But I was friends with a girl on social media who she was always posting positive things on her page. I could see that she was making really big changes in her health and her finances and just life in general. And that was all very attractive. Plus, she was always reaching out to me, asking me to join her accountability groups. And they sounded like a good idea, but I kept saying next month, because I was just afraid of the unknown. I wasn't really sure what to expect or what all it entailed. And I also just didn't have the time, I didn't think, and I didn't have the finances either to get started. So I kept telling her next month. Finally, I decided right when I got out of hygiene school, like now that I have a little bit more time, let me just try this and see how it goes. I'll try it for a month, and if I don't like it, then I'll just be done with it. So I'm super glad that I took the chance on her because I have never looked back since, and it has changed my life in so many ways. So when I started this journey, I had zero self-confidence. I had more negativity than positivity in my life and in my mindset. And I also didn't really have any interest in working on myself, especially my mindset. I thought that was silly. I was really inconsistent / didn't know how to be healthy. And I didn't really have, like I said, a lot of money. So the three things that drew me to it the most, like I kind of said already, I was looking for a discount on the products because I knew the products that she was using were working, but I didn't have a lot of money. So I was like, I'll sign up just to get the discount to help me out a little bit. And again, I knew it would help me get more consistent and learn how to be healthy. And I knew it would give me more positivity in my life. And it's done so much more. But for me, so as far as the mindset piece, I, like I said, had no interest in working on personal development. Everybody was always talking in these groups about like reading personal development books and listening to all these podcasts. And I was like, I was so like resistant to it for a long time, probably at least the first year that I was doing this. I was like, I don't need that. Like, I'm fine the way that I am. And I don't know why all these people are trying to like change their mindset all the time. And I thought it was silly, to be honest. And once I finally got over it, I realized that what you fuel your mind with is what manifests in your life. So if I'm constantly thinking about like, oh, I don't have money for this, or, oh, I'm not smart enough to do that, or I don't have the creativity. One second. Oh, okay. My dog tries to get on our furniture and I thought he was on our bed. But if whatever you're putting in your mind and speaking to yourself is what's going to be happening in your life. So I finally realized that and got over that. And now I work on personal development every day. So I've gained so much self-confidence, and I've also gained so much positivity. And it's almost crazy to think because people around me, not everybody, but a lot of people around me are just so negative. And there's not really much you can do because, like I said, I was hesitant for a year to work on myself. So when someone's in that state, you can't really force them to change, obviously. They have to want it for themselves. And so for me, it's like when I see people that are so negative, the only thing I can do to help them until they decide to go for it and really work on it is just trying to flip it. When they tell me something, I'll be like, yeah, but look at this good that's come out of it. And so I think it's really benefited myself and those around me to gain so much positivity and self-confidence because I have the confidence to even say something to somebody about that. And as far as being inconsistent, I liked the idea of being healthy and fit, but I was actually underweight when I started this journey. I had no clue what eating clean even meant. I mostly lived off of carbs and sweets, and that was pretty much it. I had a very like small group of foods that I would eat, and I didn't like to eat outside of that. I didn't like broccoli. I didn't like salads. Like I didn't like healthy things for the most part. And so I've actually been underweight for most of my life, and just not, a lot of people say like, oh, you're so skinny, but it's like, I don't want to be skinny. I want to be healthy. And I've never been healthy until I started this journey, truly, because I didn't know what that meant. And like, I would go to the gym and I would always do the same routine because I knew how to do bicep curls and I knew how to run on the treadmill, but I didn't know how to do all those other weight machines. And I just didn't have a lot of guidance. And again, since I had no self-confidence, I wasn't about to go ask someone at the gym to help me because I would be embarrassed not knowing what I was doing. So I was super inconsistent because I would go to the gym before I started this journey. But like I said, I wouldn't really know what to do. And I'd go for like a week. And then if I didn't have a friend that would like go with me, maybe our schedules didn't match up the second week, I wouldn't go. So I'd go for a week and then I'd be off for 2 or 3 weeks and then back for a week. And I was just so inconsistent. And it's really taught me, the tools that I use make it super simple to stay on track, but being a part of these groups and being a part of this community of coaching, it just makes you, because you're checking in with people every day, and it just makes you want to better yourself. And the tools make it easy to understand what you need to do to be healthy. And plus everybody sharing different recipes and stuff just helps you along that journey as well. So I've gained positivity. I've gained confidence. I have learned how to be healthy and make it something that I can manage long term. It's not a diet that I'm doing for a year and then throw everything away. It's something that I can do forever. And it doesn't mean that I'm perfect. I am obsessed with ice cream and I'm obsessed with donuts. So I still indulge in those things sometimes. I just don't do it as often as I used to. And I'm just smarter about what I'm putting into my body when I'm not eating those things. And then obviously I've got the discount, which has helped me try more products. And that has helped me in my journey as well. So I've gotten a lot out of this, but I think one of the biggest things is the community. And the reason being, especially now, I've always had like a smaller friend group. That's always the way that I operated. I had like 3 really close friends in high school, and my cousins, we have always been best friends. But outside of that, I have never been somebody that has a huge group of girlfriends. And I actually just recently moved to Texas, so I don't know anyone here. So being alone with my husband and my dogs is great, and I love them, but it's nice to have that interaction with other women as well. And so this has really helped me through that transition too, of moving across the country and being away from all of our family and friends. Me and my husband have lived in Illinois our whole lives for the most part. And we just decided we want to live south. We don't want to live in Illinois forever. And a lot of people told us that we were crazy for moving and just up and leaving, but we decided to go for it. And we really feel like this is exactly where God wants us to be, at least for this phase of our lives. We think we're going to be here forever, but we don't know what's in store for the future. So it's just been awesome to have that support and that group of women that are by my side no matter what when I'm living away from family and friends. And another thing it's really helped us through is me and my husband just recently went through a miscarriage. And it's very, very hard to deal with, again, especially since we're away from family and friends. But not only am I being showered with love from people that are in this community with me, but I posted on social media. So I have other women that are connecting to me as well that I've never spoken to before. And that gives me more strength as well, and just makes me want to talk about it even more to help other women that are going through the same thing. And it's also, like I said, since I've gained so much positivity, it's made me not be like, why is this happening to us? Like, why us? And just be in a rut about it. It's making me look at it in a more positive light. Like, how can I spend this to help other people? I'm going to apologize now if you hear my dogs in the background because they're pretty vocal. And they are used to living in a house, and we've just moved into an apartment here. And so they're getting used to all the noises, but my apologies. So it's helped us so much with those big things that have happened in our life recently, like moving across the country and going through that miscarriage. Being a part of this community has seriously, I don't know how I would have gotten through it without being in this. So those are some things that I have gained and some ways that it's really helped me. And another thing is finances. Like, not everybody, it's hard right now because my husband and I just moved here, and I moved here with a job in place, but he did not. He was a realtor back home. And by the way, we have two lovely dogs like I'm talking about. One's a German Shepherd and one is a Pit Bull, and they're adorable, but they are a handful, but we love them. And so it's just me and my husband and our dogs. And my husband was a realtor back home, but here he just recently got like a job at an electronics store in sales, since he has sales experience, and he is also in the military, and he's looking for something different and more permanent. But in the meantime, we're just surviving on my income, which is fine. But the fact that I've had my income from coaching has helped us so much, because for the first 3 months that he lived here, he didn't have a job. And there were times when my paycheck ran out and we didn't have money for gas or groceries, but then my coaching check came up. And even though it wasn't a ton of money just yet, it was enough money to get us by until I got paid again. So the finance portion has been huge too. And that's the thing that you have to know. This isn't something simple. It's not an easy, quick fix, get rich quick scheme. It's going to take time and effort to work on. But if you're consistent in doing this, the financial potential is literally insane, which I'll talk more about a little bit later. But I just hope that you hearing my background and knowing a little bit about my story has helped you, and hopefully we can connect on a deeper level with some things. So let me know how you feel about this first video, but go ahead and check out the next video that I'll have in this slide. And just thank you so much for taking the time.